I mean, we could always just do the show like a weekly Friday show. I mean, or if anything, we could do the schedule where I do a Monday, so like that solo show I did. Remember? Maybe I could just do the Monday solo shows, where it's just like on stream. Oh hell yeah! What's up, stream? Is it just me talking? I think it is. Haha. What's up, brother? Thank you for checking out the Fandation. Motherfuckers. We'll be with you real soon. Mwahahaha.
This is the last week though, so after this week it'll be whatever my previous preference was.
Ladies and gentlemen of the future Fandation Nation, hello. Oh my gosh, that took way too long, dude. Oh,
We are sorry.
we're so sorry. Tech, tech has got to be tech, and tech has always got to be messing. We usually do this out here on the Discord, right, and stuff like that. If you want to follow us on the Discord, link is down in the description and everything. But we usually do this on Discord, but for some reason, Streamlabs and Discord were not working today. They just were like, "Hey, Freddie, we know you're doing a show and everything, but like, nah, we're not gonna work today." So sorry, we're 30 minutes late. My bad. My apologies. We didn't waste no shenanigans on any of like the anything. We're just going right into it. So I apologize. I'm not even gonna upload that thumbnail on the YouTube. Like, I'm not gonna waste all that time. We're making it up. We're going power forward, and we're hoping the tech doesn't crash on us in the meantime.
Yeah.
We're out here on Zoom. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's been a good week. We had the Monday show. Gabe, you were canceled from.
I got canceled for
happened?
the Monday show.
What happened? What happened, dog?
My nudes leaked online, so they had to cancel me for a day. It's all right.
Hey, it's okay. But he's back. He's back, and he's still hung. So that's good.
It's all good.
So we have a lot of news to talk about. Well, I mean, we have some like tiny tidbits. We always have our tiny little tidbits, and then we have our, we're gonna be breaking down episode 4 of it's 4, right, for Falcon Winter Soldier. Episode 4 of Falcon Winter Soldier and episode 5 of Invincible. So we'll break that out last. We'll probably do Invincible first because I think I have a little bit less to talk about Invincible than I do about Falcon Winter Soldier. But 100%. So let's start with a little tidbits and news. So according to my notes here, let's talk about some Marvel news, right? Oh, actually, before we do Marvel, let's do a little Star Wars because there's only one tidbit. So you sent this to me actually. Everything you sent to me, I just can't get out of my head. Okay, so the Obi-Wan show takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. Well, in canon, Qui-Gon Jinn first appeared to Obi-Wan Kenobi as a Force Ghost 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. Now, Liam Neeson in
Confirmed
in the Obi-Wan show?
If they don't do it, it's okay. Hear me. I said this with the sequel trilogy. I was like, if they don't have Hayden back as a Force Ghost, it's a missed opportunity. If they don't have the trio back together, it's a missed opportunity. And they struck out on all three. So on all those, so it's a missed opportunity if they don't have Liam Neeson and Ewan McGregor on screen together, even if it's 100%. As a Force Ghost. Like you need to do it,
dude. And dog, I mean, I edit, like I edit. I've done motion graphics and stuff. Force Ghost effects, aren't that hard. Like,
They're
dog,
not.
send a PA to Liam Neeson's house with a green screen. He can do it from home.
Mhm.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to go anywhere. He can just
I'm
do
sure
it.
he still fits into his
Of
costume.
course, he still fits, dog. He's Liam Neeson. Homie hasn't gained a pound or lost a pound in like 50 years.
He's good to go.
He's good to go. He's been the same age for 50 years. It's nuts. Now, I hope that's the case, man. Like, I really hope. Like, I know you can't see me, guy, like in Zoom, but Gabe can answer. I literally have this, like, a fucking Star Wars Star Destroyer behind me on my Zoom background for like no reason. So it's like
you can see my Jedi shelf
right there too. Let me
and
put you down a little bit. Boom. They can now see your Jedi shelf.
Qui-Gon is right there with Padawan Obi-Wan.
Hey, dog,
in the
it
corner.
needs to happen, dude. If it's one, I know they're bringing in Hayden. You know, they're bringing in Hayden, but it's for real going to be a missed opportunity if they don't bring Liam Neeson. Like, how can you not? Like,
you gotta have it.
You literally, like, whoever's writing the show literally like isn't a Star Wars, like, I'm not gonna say they're not a Star Wars fan, but like how can you just not, like, you know, like, how can a genuine Star Wars fan like not see that opportunity and take it? It's like it's
not want to take it.
Like, I don't even feel like it's cheesy or anything. I feel like it's just like it's one of those, like, it makes sense. It would be such a beautiful moment. Like, I don't think it's cheesy or like fan service either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something tells me it's gonna happen towards the end. If it happens, it's gonna happen towards the end of the show.
Like the second to last episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna come out, give like his motivational speech, and then push him to the finale.
Yeah. I think it'll happen. I think the show's gonna start off with him making the attempt to be able to talk to Qui-Gon.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's gonna be the frustration and the disappointment of not being able to do it after 10 years. Because he's told at the end of episode 3 by Yoda, like, I've talked to Qui-Gon, and he wants to train you on how to do it. And so for 10 years he's been trying, and apparently he hasn't reached. So,
or what if the events of this series is what gives them enough, like, chutzpah to finally do it, and the finale, the final moment of the episode, Force Ghost fucking Qui-Gon, and then boom.
Oh my. If Liam Neeson, I already said, I know I'm gonna cry the second I see Obi-Wan on screen again as Obi-Wan.
Dude, man.
But, like, if I see Liam Neeson as a Force Ghost talking,
I'm crying.
To Ewan McGregor, I'll cry.
Dude, I shed tears when I saw Luke. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna shed tears if I see Liam Neeson, like, in Force Ghost.
Those are my childhood heroes.
Dog, like, we need to see more Force Ghosts. Like, you know, there's a lot of people out there that, you know, that know the skill.
Yeah.
But, like, they never use it. It's such a dope ass, like, especially in the sequel trilogy. Well, I mean, in the final fucking movie, they went ham with it, but in ways that made no sense.
They went ham with, like, okay, they did Luke, and then they did Luke and Leia at the end for some reason, which I don't have an issue with Leia doing it, but
I kind of do.
Why?
I kind of do.
I mean, I understand why people do, and I'm not saying that I was for it. I just don't have like an supreme issue with it.
That's something that literally in canon is something that is hard. You know, Yoda had to go and fucking talk to the Wills to fucking learn how to do it, right? Qui-Gon had to lead him in the path to the Wills. The fucking the Wills are basically the overseers of Star Wars that know everything of all time in space. Yoda had to talk to them to learn that shit. You know what I mean?
I think it bothers me more that she had it and we didn't see Hayden come back to talk to Kylo or to talk to Luke. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would we know that Anakin can be a Force ghost? He showed up at the end of episode 6. Yeah. So, like, why did he just go, like, incognito for the whole sequel trilogy? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Magneto, bro. Jesus. What is going on? Dude, just pop Force Ghosts everywhere, dude. That's what we do. It everywhere. There should be a Force Ghost in Mando season. Okay, by the way, I forgot. Mando, fucking Din Djarin, apparently is gonna be in the Book of Boba. He will appear in the Book of Boba. That was announced a couple days ago. I guess
I'm taking like
gone.
I'm taking like Book of Boba is probably gonna be
Mando season 3.
Mando,
Mando
no,
season
more like
2.5.
2.5, right?
Yeah, I agree. I'm getting a 2.5 vibe, 100%. It's like the
I
Lion King when they made Lion King 1.5 or one and
I
a half.
feel yeah, I feel like Boba's gonna make him earn like him getting a ship, and we're gonna
Oh,
see, I think, Mando get a ship maybe at the end of Book of Boba, and they'll split ways.
that would make sense. So he
Hmm.
had the ship by season 3 without having to explain the whole thing.
Right.
Wow.
And then in Mando season 3, I think it'll focus more on the Mandalorian stuff, like with
With
Bo-Katan
yeah,
and stuff like that. And then we'll see. I mean, I'm sure it'll set up Rangers of the New Republic as well.
bro. If we see like so in the comics, after the Slave 1 gets destroyed, Boba has like the Slave 2, the Slave 3, the Slave 4, right?
Hmm.
Dude, if Boba has like the Slave 1 through 4 and
Just in his
in
garage,
his garage and
his
Tatooine,
GTA garage.
yeah, and then he's like he goes up to Mando and like, all right,
You can pick one.
pick one. You just can't have Slave 1. You can have 2 through
You can have
4.
the other. Yeah, you can have the
pick
other
a pick
ones.
between 2 through 4. You know, like that'd be so sick, bro. That'd be fucking awesome.
Imagine like a slave ship, but like it's the like in the chrome, like the Razor Crest was. That would look clean.
Dude, that's I like that. I never thought about that before you said that. I definitely like Din Djarin being in the Book of Boba, specifically so that he gets the ship, so that it doesn't have to be explained for season 3 of Mando.
Because I think it's clear. I think Boba's impressed with Din Djarin.
Yeah,
So like he's like, well,
he's definitely something special. Din, you know, he ain't your average Mando. I feel, you know what I mean. I think even Bo-Katan could realize that. Like that's why when he had the Darksaber, he didn't exactly just take it. You know what I mean? Because I think everyone is like, cause myself included, when like she didn't take it, I was like, that's bullshit. What do you mean? I was like, she took it from fucking God, what's her name?
Sabine.
Sabine, yeah. Like she literally took it from Sabine. Like it doesn't matter. It's like what? Like what? Why that all of a sudden? But I think realistically, it's because she does see something special in Din. You know?
I think it's because Sabine really wasn't more worthy than her. But I think she knows that Jin is probably more of a worthy opponent for it. That she needs to earn it from him. Yeah. And she can't just take it.
I mean, I don't think he definitely doesn't want it either.
No, he doesn't want it.
So it's like, I'm curious where that's gonna go, you know, or what if Bo knows that with Din as the actual leader, more people will probably like.
There's a better chance of actually restoring it.
Around. So it's more like he's like the face, but she's the politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see that too, but I mean, I don't know, man. Bo-Katan. Really, it's funny too because Bo-Katan didn't want the Darksaber herself either. When Sabine gave it to her, she didn't want it.
She didn't really want it at first.
She didn't want it either. Like Sabine had to convince her. Like, like she helped Sabine look for the true leader. It's like she didn't want it. It's like it was only until after her sister and everything where she would like really wanted it to like and really got invested. So it's like, you know, yeah, I guess now she has sentimental value with her family and stuff. But it's like,
I'm also curious, like, will we see like or hear about Grogu at all in season 3, or is that gonna possibly spin off into its own thing where?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean,
I don't know, man.
The Filoniverse is in an interesting spot here because like you could say that there's stuff that they have to line up with, but it seems apparent to me that they don't care if it's lining up with the sequel trilogy or not because they're kind of just doing whatever.
Yeah, they're just doing their own thing. I mean, it really does look like they're trying to do their own like
timeline.
No, it looks like they're trying to do Heir to the Empire in their own like they're trying to put Heir to the Empire in canon. And if you don't know, Heir to the Empire was the time where Thrawn, like it was after the Empire where Thrawn became into command. And he basically started his own, like, empire. He was the heir to the Empire. And Thrawn had his own little mini, like, empire. He was, like, the up-and-comer after Palpatine. He just completely took over. And it was like this crazy story. Luke was involved and stuff like that. Luke was involved with Mara Jade, but obviously Mara Jade is in the canon, so maybe they could rewrite that with Luke being involved with this, like, well, not like sexually, but I mean, like, you know, Luke and Ahsoka are the ones that fight Thrawn and stuff like that, because we do know from the supposed leaked, I mean, well, you know, it came from Daniel Rickman, so who knows, but the where he said that
What the Ahsoka show will be about?
yeah, it was like the Ahsoka show. It was like a description of this like that popped up on Disney Plus for like for like a day or something, and it was basically saying along the lines of like Ahsoka is going along the galaxy to find Thrawn to basically find
Ezra back.
Yeah, which is I think what everyone kind of just assumed and knew. Like I don't think that's really just news.
It's not really news. It's just kind of expected.
Yeah, it's kind of just like the safe thing to do. But I mean, hey, it'd be really cool if Luke and Thrawn interact, like dead ass. Like, Sebastian Stan, we looking at you. We'll talk about you later, but be the Luke, man. Be the Luke we need. Sebastian Stan, you're our only hope.
We'll find out next week if he dies.
Bro, hey, he ain't gonna die, dog. We'll talk about
if he dies on Falcon Winter Soldier, we'll know that he's unemployed and he's open to roles.
They ain't gonna do that on episode 5. Relax. They ain't doing that in episode 5.
You're right. It'll be episode 6.
It's gonna be episode 6. Yeah, 100%. He's gonna die in episode 6. Man, I called the death that happened. By the way, we'll get into that later. Minor spoiler. Sorry, but it's like, well, you know the show. That's what we are. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so moving on to Spider-Man news. Back to the Marvel side of things. So apparently, the whole Spider-Man 3 no Tobey thing might be real. If it isn't, it might be reduced to a small cameo, maybe like end credit scene type of thing. But hold your horses, because according to rumors and leaks, not only is he only going to cameo in Spider-Man 3, apparently he's going to be a big part of Doctor Strange 2. Apparently, in some way, or not a big part, just like he's going to be in it. Like in the movie, like it's kind of like a bigger role. And then after that, apparently Sam Raimi is in talks with Sony to do a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4. What?
I want to know what the end goal is for that. Like, if it's true.
Sony wants their own Spider-Man universe that they don't have to that they don't have to pick with Marvel, you know? And I think that they know that everyone loves the Tobey one and the Tobey timeline. I think they know that. And I think that they're all like, all right, well, we're going to use the MCU to reboot our Tobey timeline. And, you know, maybe it could split up. I low-key think, as much as I know Marvel would probably want Miles Morales themselves, technically Sony doesn't have to give it to them, right? I think that if they do a Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire, that they will introduce a Sony Miles Morales in live action, and he will be like the new Spider-Man for their live action thing, which would suck. But honestly, I think Tom Holland is just too hot right now to introduce Miles Morales.
Yeah. Which is, it's kind of another thing that MCU needs to be wary of, because they don't own the Spider-Man characters or anything like that. They need to be careful with what they like tease and like set up.
100%.
Because at the end of the day, Sony can just be like, no.
Yeah, they can be like, hey, you guys can't do that.
Which is like when they tease Miles Morales and the first Spider-Man, that's been like a big like, well, are they gonna put him in the MCU? Like, is that gonna happen? And it's like, and even then, I think it was also like a sketchy move too, when they kind of like in Far From Home, where they kind of set Spider-Man up as like the center of like like the Marvel leaders, you know, like he's like the next big thing after Cap and Iron Man.
Because remember, after the whole licensing thing happened, everything
they almost lost him.
Out.
Yeah,
everything was in shambles. It's like, oh my god, what's gonna happen with the MCU?
That whole movie was talking about how how like Iron Man's legacy basically lives on
In
through
him.
Tom Holland, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man is like the future of like the Avengers essentially, and it's like you guys don't even own this guy. Like
Yeah, it's
you guys can lose him at any
and
time,
they
and now
basically
you
almost
just
did.
wrote yourself in the hole.
And it's just like, oh, bro, like I'm sure after that they were like, oh shit. Well, like I think that's why they're gonna give him Miles Morales. Personally, like I think that's why like Kevin Feige and Marvel is just like, fine, take Miles. You know, do the movies you want. How about this? Give us. I think this is I honestly think this is the play Kevin Feige did. Right? He was like, okay, look, give us Tom Holland for life. You know, he's our Spider-Man. You know, no more of this licensing bullshit. Or, I mean, like, obviously they still have it, but no more of this, like, arguing back and forth paying money. You know, like, every other year. Like, he's ours. Like, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll still pay you or whatever, but, he's, like, no bullshit, right? But we'll give a dope-ass movie that could give you opportunities to set up multiple franchises in the Sonyverse. And then we'll basically reboot you as Spider-Man. That you can make on your own, that you don't have to run by us, that you could cross over with your Venom, you cross over with your Morbius. Because a lot of people were just like, were like, after all this Toby news and everything, people were saying, and like this, with like the whole thing that maybe he will make another Spider-Man 4, right? In Morbius, right? When everyone was like, oh, they're using the Tobey Maguire suit as a placeholder. What if it wasn't? What if Morbius is in Tobey's universe?
No, I've long thought that Tobey Spider-Man was the canon Spider-Man for the Morbius Venomverse, because, well, not even. It's hard because Venom kind of writes itself out of Tobey's universe, because
the first time with the symbiote stuff.
Yeah, and then Eddie Brock lives in San Francisco, not New York, in that universe. But I don't know. But it was very clear to me that poster in the Morbius stuff, that's definitely Tobey Maguire,
bro. And then
Spider-Man.
And then it said murderer and stuff like that. It's like, dude, so you know, shit's gone down in the Tobey's universe. It's like he's killed. Like he's being prescribed to the killer or perceived as the killer by a lot of people. Like you know, so it's like it's nuts. Like so. Dude, who knows, man? Maybe Tobey just was like, all right, I'm going to turn this small cameo into a fucking multi-picture deal, bruh. What if Tobey just plays the ultimate card?
I could see it. I can see him wanting to do one more Spider-Man, like solo Spider-Man movie, just because I think he wants like real closure to his Spider-Man. Because there was no real closure. I mean, there was Spider-Man 3. There was plans for more, so that just got canceled.
We got this.
Yeah. And that kind of sucks though if it ends up being true, because I wanted to see Tom and Tobey interact more than I did Garfield and Holland. Yeah, I won't be upset at it, but I think there was more potential with the nostalgia Spider-Man, with the new Spider-Man that everyone seems to like.
Maybe they're going to use
most.
Garfield and Holland interacting as like the stepping stone to Tobey, and like maybe they're going to use the whole interaction between Garfield and Tobey, or Garfield and Holland, to like make it not weird for Tom when he sees Tobey for the first time, right? Mm-hmm. Unless he's Uncle Ben, right? What if Andrew Garfield is Uncle Ben?
That's weird because Andrew Garfield looks way too young for.
Does he though?
Marissa Tomei.
When was the last time you saw Andrew Garfield? When was the last time you saw Andrew Garfield?
Hacksaw Ridge, maybe?
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, you're right. I think he.
I think he still looks a little too young.
I think he looks a little young, but I
wouldn't be opposed to bringing Andrew Garfield back either.
Remember, Uncle Ben died when he was like years ago, when he was like younger, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not too far fetched to say maybe he died looking like Andrew Garfield, right? Mm-hmm. And then Aunt May has aged up over the years,
So they went back and confirmed in canon that the little kid in the Iron Man helmet and
Is
gloves
Tom Holland.
in Iron Man 2 is supposed to be Tom Holland,
Yes.
Spider-Man.
100%.
What if that is like around the time that Uncle Ben is killed? Like a little
What if
before
Uncle Ben
the
died
events
there?
that could. What if it's like before the events of Iron Man 2, and that's why he attaches to Iron Man so much, because
Uncle Ben died.
he doesn't have like a male father figure anymore.
Damn. Dude, I mean, hey, at this point, I'm all for either of them. I'm all for Toby or Andrew Garfield being Uncle Ben.
I also think I wouldn't mind Sony even rebooting, Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man.
Either.
Give him some better direction,
Yeah. Dude, he genuinely loved the
He was a
King
great
character.
Spider-Man. I just think if he has better direction for his Peter Parker, he could be up there with Tom Holland.
I
easily,
think he could
no
die,
doubt.
though.
You think he's gonna die? And
Yeah. I think, okay, what if Toby is in the movie, right? And all three of them are. What if Andrew dies? They kill off Andrew, ends his timeline, ends his movies. They don't have to explain it anymore. And then it's an emotional arc that leads off into the next, and it's a bigger impact when Toby comes in because it's another Spider-Man, and Tom doesn't want to let down another Spider-Man because he let down the Spider-Man before.
maybe.
What if they kill off Andrew, man? Oh my god, and they kill off Andrew and then he's Uncle Ben? Oh no.
Has Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man 3 officially wrapped? All right.
Yes, it did.
What if Tom Holland's filming Doctor Strange 2 now?
It's possible, man.
What if he's doing some I don't think Tom Holland would be in the movie a lot,
Yeah,
but maybe he's got a couple scenes,
Especially if Toby might be in it, dude. You know what I mean? Bro, Sam Raimi.
There's a lot of. I just need a trailer to come out already, man.
Something, man.
I need something to help quell this stuff.
Even for Doctor Strange, dude. How about the fact that Eternals and Shang-Chi are closer, and we haven't got anything?
I would like a trailer for Shang-Chi. It comes out after Black Widow in the summer. I need a trailer.
I need a teaser. I need something other than a title.
Yeah.
Like, dude, my friend Ben, Cold Cuts, he keeps sending me the Lego sets, and they don't look that great, man. They look janky as hell.
Yeah, I need to see something, man.
Like, bro, if literally I'm seeing more from the Lego sets for Eternals and Shang-Chi than anything Marvel's putting out. It's like, dog, Marvel, just put it out. As I said before, the Batman, one of the best trailers of all time, was made with 20% of the footage.
It doesn't make, because this is not like Marvel at all to be releasing trailers this late. Like,
Yeah.
they usually have it out like a year in advance.
They'll do like a teaser, like maybe
Yeah.
a year and a half.
I don't understand why they're just lagging on it.
Dude, they
Tom Holland is doing stuff. Apparently, that new movie that he's in with Daisy Ridley is pretty bad.
Oh no, Chaos Walking?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
No. Not Chaos Walking. I wanted to watch that one.
Well, I've heard more that Tom Holland is carrying the movie, the whole movie,
That
and
makes
then
sense.
the rest of the movie is pretty bad.
God damn. I hope not, man. I want Daisy
I've
Ridley
also
to succeed.
heard that Daisy Ridley was not very good in it.
God, no. I want her to succeed.
But like, I don't think it's her fault again, because the way they make it sound as if she's just playing like Ray again. Like she doesn't have a lot of personality, and she's just like
She's typecast.
an all-powerful person. Yeah.
Hey, bro, I need to send you the link. Star Wars Santa from the Den of, like, he's a viewer of the Den of Nerds channel,
Mhm.
right? He's like a part of their community. He has like a show as well. He had a very interesting he went on Nerd Theory with Star Wars Theory and Den of Nerds, and he went on there because like they were bringing in people to like talk to them and like and ask them questions and stuff. And he went in there defending Rey, and like even I was like, okay, Star Wars Santa, all right, ho ho ho, bitch. You like, haha, like, like I'll send you the link. Homie was definitely like, spitting some facts. You know, it's like he approached Ray from the more of like the emotional and like powerful aspect than like the fact of her character development. It's like, yeah, she's very strong, but she's also gone through a lot. People are saying like, yeah, oh, like what has she gone through? She's getting out like, well, realistically, her parents left her as a child. She's been there attached to Jakku, waiting her entire life for no one to pick her up. Like, that's traumatic. Like, realistically, like, you know, she's gone through like growth and everything with a lot of people. So it's like stuff he was saying for sure. It's like it was definitely like, and he was saying how like showing that growth, you know, could bring personal attachment to the viewer, which makes the character, you know, like it's like how people like Luke or Anakin because of personal attachments, compared to like now because of that, you know, there's a point where like Rey is like had the same. It was very interesting, and like even like you know, Star Wars Theory, who like notoriously hates like Rey and the sequel trilogy now, he's just like, well, I never thought of that. It's like, damn, that's.
I just think the problem with Rey is that she was set up to be an interesting character in 7.
Mm-hmm.
I just think she got the John Boyega treatment where they just didn't make her interesting.
Yeah,
in the later movies.
I just blame the writing, to be honest, when it comes to her.
Because her and Finn were both interesting characters from the start, and Poe, I would say Poe was interesting too.
Yeah, 100%.
But they just squandered all their characters in 8 and 9.
Hello, is your mom there? what was the stupid joke in the beginning of Rise of Skywalker or Last Jedi or whatever?
Holding?
Yeah, holding. Yeah.
White pasty guy?
Sir, I believe he's playing with us. Yeah, I'll hold. Yeah, tell him I have a message from his mother. It's like, what the fuck? Like, bro, what are you doing?
So out of place.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, very exciting news. Let's just talk about Invincible episode 5 real quick. You know, it was a cool episode, but, you know, I don't think there's, like, a lot to talk about it for it. You know what I mean? So, we're going to pop up this tiny little spoiler tag. We're going to be talking about it for a quick couple of minutes. And then if you want to... Then we're going to be busting into Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 4. So, if you want to just skip and come back, on you, let us know. This is for Invincible episode 5. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So, what'd you think of it, Gabe?
I think the hype went back up for me personally. After last episode, I felt kind of dragged a little bit. This episode definitely went back into the what the fuck, you know?
Okay, yeah. So look. So I was watching the episode, and I was like, the first like 30 minutes, I was really bored. I'm gonna be honest. Mm-hmm. I was just like, man. I was like, it's kind of. I thought it was another filler. You know what I mean? I was like, man. I was like, okay, like more relationship drama, sure. I was like, and then you know, we got the whole like side plot with. I don't know if you knew, but that actor was Mahershala Ali, Blade himself.
Yeah, Blade.
The Rock dude. Titan. Yeah, that's his name.
He's dope.
He's pretty cool, really cool. You know, there was just like this little side plot going on with him. I was like, oh, this is cool. You know, he's fucking shit up. And I was like, and then we have like the Invincible side plot. So I was like, you know, it was nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting.
Yeah.
I liked the whole aspect of Machine Head, the villain. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then the last 15 minutes,
just what the fuck?
I was like, God, it was episode 1 all over again, dude. It was just.
It really was.
It was episode 1 all over again, and honestly, I was fine with it.
you think too, like you'd be like again?
Yeah,
but no, it's like
I was like,
wow, again.
100%.
It's still surprising.
100%, dude. I was like. It's just like the part. So it started off with the homeboy Tiger dude just fucking up Invincible, absolutely destroying him. You know, originally it was gonna be like this amazing plan where Invincible and Titan were just gonna go in there, fuck everyone up, and then bada bing, bada boom, and then that Tiger dude, it turns out Machine Head, that chip that he installed, it was like some cyberpunk type of thing where he could just see like every possibility. He was like, oh, I predicted this, that's why I hired a bunch of dudes, including this Tiger guy who's definitely gonna come back eventually, you know, like obviously. like especially this Tiger dude, and then the Tiger dude fucked up Invincible. It was absolutely insane. I didn't even fucking like know.
I couldn't believe
I
it.
couldn't believe it. Yeah, and then we saw Invincible snap for a second. He was like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you guys," and then he started like literally fucking people up. Like it was insane.
Yeah.
But then Tiger dude
Said no.
said no, bro. He was like, what's the basketball player? The no.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Matumbo, dude. He just destroyed him, man. And I genuinely thought he was like about to die. Like he was looking.
Oh yeah.
He was looking really rough. Like really rough. Like something you don't see in superhero movies. You know.
That gut punch with the mace. I was like, oh,
dude. And the sound effects, dude.
Yeah.
We were like. I was like, oh, bro, like,
oh,
nah.
he's dead.
Like, yeah, dude. I was like, those organs are fucked, man. Like, it's done. And then, Machine Head goes, I didn't predict this possibility. And then, the fucking Guardians of the Globe B team come in and they start fighting and everything. And, it's going well for like 2 seconds. And then they all like get fucked because they're a bad team. And then he's going to go back for seconds on Invincible Tiger dude. And then that one guy was like, Invincible! And then runs out. Bro, that guy has never been more dead. Like, it was really heroic.
But he dead.
But he dead, bro. And the robot
he's
was like,
technically the last member of the original Globe Guardians of the Globe. Gone. He's dead.
And then after that, Goblin Girl, right? That's her name.
Is it Monster Girl?
Monster Girl.
Yeah.
Monster Girl was like, "Fuck this guy, I'm gonna fuck him up, bro." And then, blah blah, and then she got destroyed, dude. I thought she died. Like, genuinely, I thought she died. Like, her fucking skull was showing. Like,
oh yeah.
How did that make any sense? Apparently she's on the verge of like life right now.
Yeah.
But it's like, dog, like she got, like her fucking face was exposed. Like I don't know how the hell she's alive. Like it makes.
That's essentially like the Hulk getting his face smashed in.
Yeah, it really is. It's 100%. And then Invincible got destroyed, and then we know his dad was technically watching the entire time, and then left him, which is kind of sus. What do you think?
I think he's disappointed.
I think he's really disappointed. He told him not to go. He told him not to help. Because I think this really goes back to the idea that Homeboy is a conqueror, and he doesn't give a fuck about like
whatever's happening on the planet.
Yeah, so he was just like, don't waste your time. Like literally, don't waste your time. He was like, and then what about the whole cloning thing with the robot dude?
I think the robot is a psycho like mastermind that's like doing these things on purpose to like test his like do his own experiments basically.
You think he's trying to clone himself maybe?
Either clone himself or he's trying to master cloning.
Maybe clone Omni-Man?
Clone Omni-Man. Well, at the end too. So I think that whole fight was set up by the government. Because at the end, the government guy just goes straight to the robot, taps him on the head, takes the chip out, and just kind of pockets it away and just kind of like, like as if like he knew about it and where it was.
But I don't know. He seemed real like upset and disappointed with the whole like Invincible getting fucked up. You know what I mean?
I think because he thinks Invincible is their only way to defeating Omni-Man. Yeah. And then at the end when they're testing the blood, there's like, well, there's got to be a way to kill the Virtumite cells. Like, they're trying to find a way to kill Omni-Man.
Yeah. 100%.
So I think they're hoping that they can convince Invincible to join their side and be like, you're half human. You're still human. You're not full Virtumite like your father.
Hey, ignore that request, Gabe. This man is a sick man.
The Millennium Falcon. I mean I can't because I'm not working there anymore.
We're not Galaxy Edge employees anymore. We can't get you diddly squat. So how about my dad asked me for tickets the other day, and I was like, "Don't you dare!
Don't you
I'm like,
fucking.
don't you even ask me." Just one shot. Okay. So, final thoughts on Invincible episode 5.
I loved it. The ending was phenomenal again.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, and it's got me back into the point where I'm like, oh, I need to see next week's episode. I need to see what's gonna happen now.
Yeah, I agree 100%. As I said, the first half of the episode, I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
oh, this is a little slow.
the relationship BS.
And then, boom, immediately they just hook you back in. Like, they know what to do. They know what works. So it's like,
it definitely feels like it's Kirkman at his best.
yeah,
He knows how to do that. He knows how to to it's like a roller coaster. It has like the long climb up to get to something interesting, and then when it does, it just boom, it goes right into it.
And he had really cool cinematography, like the scene with Titan in the beginning, where like the two goons were smoking outside, and they pulled up the lighter, and then they dropped it, his body, and he was there. It's like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's also so cool how he can get I think a lot of people that wouldn't normally watch stuff like that, like a cartoon, like an adult cartoon.
Yeah,
and people are watching it because
week to week.
It's dope. It's
dope.
So good.
Okay, so we're gonna move on from Invincible to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, if you don't want to know a thing about Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 4, please kindly walk yourself out. Final in a respectful manner, of course. Walk yourself out and don't hit anyone on your way out, please. Final warning: Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 4. We're about to break it down, all spoilery talk. If you don't want to know anything, get out, please. In a respectful way. We love you, miss you. Maybe drop a sub or a follow on the way out. Join us in the Discord if you're not there. But I digress. So, Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 4. What's your initial thoughts, Gabe? Let me have it.
It's a good episode. I think there's some weak spots. I'm struggling to see they tried to set up the quote unquote villains as likable, and I don't like them at all. I don't.
Flag Smashers?
Yeah, I don't like them at all.
Yeah.
I still think they're pieces of shit. And they're definitely trying to set up people not liking John Walker. And I'm liking John Walker more than I am the Flag Smashers.
Okay, so I'm genuinely with you on most of it. I thought this episode was a good episode. From the emotional standpoint and from a character development standpoint, it was really strong. Really strong.
Yeah.
But from a pacing standpoint, I don't know. I thought this one definitely was a little slower.
Just felt weird. And I've seen some people say there's a lot of action, and I'm like,
no, there isn't.
The action doesn't show up till the end of the episode. So
and then what? It's
not very good action either, in my opinion.
The chick from the Flag Smashers, she just punches John Walker and runs away. Have you noticed that every fight ends with them running away?
Yeah.
They punch twice and they run away. And then it's we saw that dope ass scene with anything with the opening, the cold cold opening with Wakanda. That was really cool. The emotional aspect. Honestly, I personally would have liked to dig in that just a teeny bit more. But we have 2 more episodes. Let's see what's gonna happen. But really cool, really cool. Then after that we kind of follow a little bit more. John Walker and Battlestar catch up to them. We get this really cool scene with Zemo. Zemo is the best character in this show. I know.
100%.
100%, dude. The freaking Turkish delight thing with giving it to the little kids with that creepy fucking monologue or that creepy monologue nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
But then he also he's also a fucking badass. He's giving her money for her family. He's helping the fucking people more than anyone else. You know what I mean?
He's if you were playing D&D, he's lawful evil.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
He has a moral code and he sticks by it. And sometimes it's good, but then sometimes it's bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 100%. Well, because look, we get to the scene where Falcon wants to talk to her one-on-one. This is they have the serums on them. They know the location. They figured out it's gonna be at this funeral for like the main chick, and they. I agree with the Flashmasters are kind of annoying because I feel like every episode they just keep reminding us of their message. You know what I mean? Like literally
Right.
every time we see them, they're just reminding us of their message. Like, and I get it. Like at this point, like
I wonder if they thought that their message was going to be more like relatable to people, and like people would identify with them. But I
like
don't
yeah,
identify with the like they're terrorists through and through,
yeah.
regardless.
No,
Like
even Zemo
they're
said
killing
they're
people. Yeah.
supremacists. And then he was like, and then she was like, oh, we're not supremacists. We're and then the whole thing where he was like, where one of the other dudes was like, yeah, you're like Captain America to me. Like you're helping the people. It's like,
Yeah.
what did she
No.
do? You know, like what did she do to help? Like it seemed like the chick that the funeral that they had the funeral for was the one that was helping the people. It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we find out she has the super soldier serum. She had like what 12 of them left. They should have spent. Let's see. Ben said they should have spent more time showing what happened right after the blip to them. I agree, 100%.
That would have made more sympathy for them.
Look, something that happens in writing and film all the time. Show, don't tell, right? Show it, don't tell it, dude. I would, she had made it. She has told us a million times that she was done dirty with the blip. She, people that had jobs were demoted and like put to the or people that had houses were thrown to the street, stuff like that. It's like show that. That would have been those would have been sick ass scenes. You know what I mean? Like that
To
would
see the government actually turn their back on them because they have to accommodate all these new people that came back.
we would have like
Would have been
probably
able to like kind of see it.
yeah, relate to it. We would have like been all for them a little bit more. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's like
Instead, they're just coming off like assholes that hate that people are alive again.
Yeah, they're just like, oh god damn it, half
Fuck
the
these
world
people.
came back. Fuck. It's like nah, bro. It's like, and now they're killing people. It's like, dog, I give zero fucks about these people telling me what happened to them. I agree.
Yeah,
like,
it's hard,
and they keep
which is kind of
reminding
making
us.
me like Falcon less because he's being way too sympathetic with them. I think.
Well, no. Well, the thing is, he understand. Like, I think that is what makes him Captain America, though. I think the fact that he could see their situation, understand their point of view, but not get behind it because of the violence, that is Captain America. That is a Steve Rogers thing. Steve has done that. Steve has felt people are doing the morally right thing, but he just can't get behind their means. And like he has shown that before, and I feel like that probably makes him like that moment, like those little moments did really implement for me why Sam should be Captain America, because those are really like Captain America things, not like what John Walker did in a little bit that we'll talk about.
John Walker just went a little too far.
John Walker went a little bit too far, but Sam has been definitely portraying like a lot of Captain America like vibes, like straight vibes, no caps, straight vibes. It's like obviously we saw the toys. Like he's definitely getting.
He's gonna be Cap.
He's getting the shield, and I think it's gonna happen because of this episode. I think it's gonna happen a little sooner than we think. So we get this funeral scene, right? John Walker gets tired of it. He's like, "Fuck this! I'm tired of the 10-minute wait that you asked me for, that you respectfully asked me for. I'm done with your 10 minutes. It's been 5 minutes. I'm tired of it." That's basically what he said. So he was like, "I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go like and mess everything up." Let's see. Ben says, "I love how their response has no nuisance. What was it?
I think he's trying to say nuance.
Nuance. We want it to go back to what it was, not to find a compromise that works for people coming back from the blip and them." Yeah, they're not finding compromise, but then again, neither is the government. I feel, I feel like the government is just like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back to normal. It's kind of like COVID. It's like, all right, let's just go back to normal. Everything's fine. Let's it's like. So I mean, I think it's a double-edged sword. I think they do have some concerns, but I agree. I kind of agree with them. Like, I could kind of get behind. I can fuck with what they're getting behind, sure, but it's like, what you're doing, the way you're doing it, just makes you look like a terrorist group, and it makes you look fucking awful and bad. It's like, just makes no sense. You know what I mean? So he basically the so John Walker comes in, it fucks everything up. They run away. You know, we get the iconic one punch run away. She's like one punch girl, but she doesn't kill fuck. She's not that fucking one punch.
Well, she does.
Yeah, she does. So we find out she drops the serums, and Zemo shoots her in the stomach or whatever, and then Zemo follows his code. He starts fucking stomping on them serums, and then he gets decked in the face by that shield, dude. That must have hurt, bro.
That shit. That's a migraine at least for a couple days,
bro. That's a concussion. Like, that was nuts. Like, dude, just the idea of that metal hitting the temple at high speed on your temple. He probably should have died, realistically. Like,
yeah,
that actually is death. So John Walker gets one serum. I honestly kind of wish he got two. I kind of wish he got two, but he got one. And we get this kind of like interesting like little parallels between the two characters, because we have Zemo asking Sam, if you had the serum, would you take it? And then Sam immediately goes no, right? And then it flips to Lamar and John. And he was like, hey, man, if you had the super soldier serum, would you take it? And then Lamar was like, fuck yeah, man. And he was like, well, you're not scared about, like, what it'll do to you? He's like, hey, man, it just enhances what you got. So it's like, you're one of the best soldiers of all time, right? So it's like, it really, like, hyped him up. And then, it goes to the next scene where the big thing happens. By the way, it's revealed that, John Walker took the serum. Why didn't they show it to us?
Right?
That annoyed me. That genuinely annoyed me. I was like, okay, cool. He got the serum. Why didn't they show
Why didn't we see it?
Why didn't we see him juicing up?
Can you imagine just the whole scene? He's just sitting in like some alleyway. He's got the
just fucking
panties wrapping up his arm.
Just like
starts like,
and then like everything gets all distorted, and he's like that would have been nuts, dude. But no, he just like
he's just strong now.
He just took the serum without us like knowing. It's like, it's cool. He did some cool things, and then we get probably one of the thing that I predicted this. I predicted this probably a couple episodes ago. I definitely have said this on the show, that this was gonna happen. And I was actually I was watching a Den of Nerds stream, right? And I even put it in the chat that it's gonna happen. And I got it right. And I don't want to take a lot of credit because it was definitely very predictable. Mm-hmm. But I wish it didn't happen because I really liked him. But Battlestar Lamar Hopkins gets fucking tossed into a pillar and presumably dies.
Definitely snapped his back.
If I'm being honest, it was a weak death.
Yep.
I wanted something crazier. I wanted something sadder. I wanted something that was
something a little bit more concrete.
Yeah. Because like I get it, the emotional, like what it did to John Walker. Like, I get the emotional like part of it. It's your partner for years. You guys done a lot of stuff, but it's like, if I wanted to see something like nuts, like to really for him to really push, because he definitely looked like he was just in a concussion, like he looked like he was knocked out, like realistically, like I wanted to see Homeboy definitely get like noticeably clacked, you know what I mean?
I think it would have made more sense if out of in her anger, she just goes to town and beats, Battlestar
that would
to
have been
death,
sick, dude.
And then she runs away, and because they're obviously holding John Walker during that scene when it happens. So I think it would have made a little bit more emotional impact if he was being held down, feeling like he couldn't do anything while they're beating him to death. It would
literally be The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
Battlestar would be Joel. Fucking that the flag smasher would be Abby.
Yeah.
And then it would be nuts.
That would have had more, I think, because then it would have kind of like, I think, justified a little bit more his reaction.
Yeah, because
the way he kind of just went and it's like, I don't care, someone's dying, you know.
I agree, because Ben said there wasn't even blood. There was barely a little on his lip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, homeboy looked fine. He looked fine. He looked like, we'll give him a Band-Aid. You know, like cleans the blood. He'll be fine. Give him a little super soldier serum.
So is it because when he died, like he goes and he's checking him, he's like, Lamar, and like he's dead, and you could see in his face he's pissed.
Yeah. And
then when he starts chasing him down, I was kind of like, yeah, get him, fucking kill him.
Yeah, me too.
I was like rooting for him.
Yeah, me too. I was like, okay. I was like, let's
Fuck
go. But then it got to the public point where, you know, everyone was around him, and he kind of just.
He did what Steve Rogers was gonna do, but he actually went through with it.
He went through with it. But bro, that shield was fucking bloody, bro. Like,
he fucked that guy up.
He fucked that guy up, man. That guy has never been more dead, and that guy had super soldier serum in him too. If you think about it, like he fucked that guy up, man.
I think I like that scene a lot too, because it's like, okay, there's John Walker. There we go.
That is genuinely him snapping.
Yeah.
Like it's the human aspect of him snapping. A man who genuinely wanted to just be good and be Captain America, who genuinely wanted to help, fucking snap. Do something that Steve would never do, right? Just fucking snap and lose it and fucking kill a guy with his shield.
It's kind of like it seems to me it's also kind of like a morale type thing, where it's like our moral of the story type thing, where it's like this guy is trying to do something out of, you know, the good. He's trying to live up to a legacy, but no one's accepting him before, like no one's even giving him a shot.
Yeah,
and they're kind of just disrespecting him beforehand. So they're kind of like creating the monster themselves. Like, yeah, Bucky and Falcon definitely kind of created that.
I kind of think
by disrespecting him from the very beginning.
I kind of think we're creating two monsters, dude. I think even Bucky might, you know, even he's turning a little bit into a monster a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, you know, now kind of Wakanda is turning his back on him because of his decisions with Zemo. The U.S. government's kind of like not fucking with him. The Avengers aren't really fucking with him. Like, you know, it's like,
I mean, he said it too. He says it's a means to an end. He doesn't, like, he's willing to break the rules if it gets him the end result. And that's basically what John Walker did.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I mean, John Walker and Bucky, are they much different? It appears not.
Okay, so let's talk about episode 5. Because there's a lot of talk about episode 5. A lot of talk about episode 5. So here's one thing we do know about episode 5. Apparently, episode 5 will be 61 minutes, which as of right now, it is the longest, which will be the longest episode. Also, a Marvel producer, Nate Moore, confirmed that T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, will not be in Falcon Winter Soldier. Now, I think a lot of us kind of accepted this, you know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people were just like, a lot of people thought of it at the moment because of the whole IO thing that happened. But I think a lot of people kind of just like accepted. Oh, I saw this on Twitter. Sorry, this is just a side note. Did you hear that Disney apparently made a real lightsaber?
What?
Yeah, apparently, like, someone at like let me see, let me get his name. So Josh D'Amaro, with like the Disney parks.
The principal, or not the
principal?
The president.
The principal, yeah, of course.
The principal of the park, yeah.
Yeah, so apparently he was hosting his presentation, and along with like, so he had like closing remarks. So he was talking with Kevin Feige about like the new Avengers campus that's coming up and stuff like that, and then he gave his closing remarks. He lifted up a lightsaber, turned it on, and said, "It's real," before the video ended. The way the light activated from the hilt, it's similar to how lightsabers activate in Star Wars films. You never know what's going to come up next, DeMario said. Can't wait to share more with you in the near future. This team is really pushing the boundaries of creativity, technology, and storytelling, DeMario wrote. The teaser does bring up a few questions. How is this a real lightsaber? How will lightsabers be available to the public? And will it be offered as a part of its lightsaber training experience at Disney's upcoming Star Wars Hotel Galaxy Star Cruiser? Oh, Disney has filed patents in the past with lightsaber-related technology, and visitors to Star Wars Galaxy Edge can build their own lightsaber at the Savage Workshop. Those lightsabers feature a heavier hilt made of metal. Can they possibly now include real lightsabers? What the fuck?
Is there any image or video of him doing
I don't know. Apparently it was at a conference. Jesus.
That's interesting. There's articles on it, but
that's funny.
There's no pictures or image or videos of it.
Okay, so let's go back to the episode 5. It'll be 61 minutes. Yeah, Ben, who knows if how much of it's going to be in credits. Probably like 15 minutes, let's be real. Now,
I'm also not sure who this secret cameo is.
I was going to say, did you see what Charles Murphy said?
Mm-mm.
So Charles Murphy, it seems like Charles Murphy might knows who it is. Because he said, where is he at? Let me find him. I liked his tweet. So like the way he worded it, he says, okay. So what we do know, before we get into this, episode 5 will have a pretty big cameo, and it also will be a tearjerker of an episode. You will cry. Originally, people would assume the reason we are crying is because of the cameo. I don't think that's the case. I think the cameo will just be a separate thing that's big, and then what will happen in the episode will make us cry. According to to Charles Murphy in his tweet, he says that this actor or actress, he didn't specify, it's someone that he would have never expected to be in the MCU. So implying that they're not in the MCU currently. Mm-hmm. So they're a character coming into the MCU. It's their premiere, their debut. It's someone who I personally am a huge fan of. And he says everyone is way overdoing it with their theories right now.
I don't even know of any theories. I mean,
I think the theories were Black Panther. That people were saying Luke Cage. People were saying
I've already given up
Daredevil.
on Black Panther, and I never thought Luke Cage was gonna be in it. But that's interesting. I honestly don't know who it could be, because they said, I know that one of the clues was that it was someone that they thought they lost, but they got back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I don't know who. I don't. Honestly, there's nothing so far in these episodes that have been hinting at anybody either.
She-Hulk?
I don't think so, because we know she's gonna be in the MCU.
Yeah, no, but he's saying, oh, okay, yeah, because he did say this person would never. Mephisto? Maybe.
I honestly have no guesses. Like, I just don't know.
Honestly,
because the show has not hinted anything.
I think that's what I prefer right now. I think I'm just gonna Kit Fisto. It's gonna be Guy Fieri.
I honestly, it's gonna bother me though too. Like, if the episode comes and goes, and if like the secret cameo was just like a no-name character, like someone that's not vital to the future of Marvel, and it's just like,
Bob Iger playing
why?
Himself. Let me hold up.
If this ends up being like another aerospace engineer thing, I'm gonna be pissed.
Because look, that's something I did write down. Do you think this is possibly too hyped? Because there's been a lot of things, right? there was this person in the crew that posted a screenshot of this location, right? That like this random location, and he says, "Oh, you guys are not gonna believe the emotional scene that happens here." And then we later find out he was working on Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people are saying like, okay, something's gonna go on in this courthouse. That's gonna be fucking nuts. And then, we have the writers saying that people are gonna cry, that this cameo is nuts, that that it's a crazy like thing, right? And then we have fucking George St. Pierre out here. The theories are gonna be bigger than WandaVision.
Which is crazy because I think the theories haven't been.
They haven't. They've been really tame, like very tame.
They haven't. I think after WandaVision, all the theory people are just kind of like, eh.
And then
they're not really coming up with anything.
And then the director said that this show will lead to 3 shows.
I'm not seeing that either.
We have 2 episodes. 3 shows. Like, dog. Like
I'm actually significantly worried that this is gonna prove that 6 episodes is too little.
Yeah, I think this should have been 8 episodes, maybe.
Because I've liked what I've seen, but I don't think there's enough. I don't think it's gonna. I think episode 6 is gonna come, and I'm gonna be like, there should have been more.
There's a lot of plots that are gonna be There's a lot of plots that are gonna be unanswered. I think this show is gonna get a season 2.
Everyone, I know one of the big things that people are speculating on, who's the power broker. I'm like, it's gonna be no one. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be no one at this point.
I think it'd be someone new.
I think it's gonna be some new character that they've come up with that has no bearing in reality to the Marvel universe. I don't have much faith after WandaVision,
bro. But
they keep like being vague about this person throughout like the season, and then it ends up being nothing.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm saying this on stream. I'm looking into the camera. If they don't do anything else with Elijah or Eli in this season, I'm genuinely gonna be mad. If they don't do anything with Black Captain America and the Patriot, anything, I'm gonna be mad. And
see, I don't think they're gonna do much more with them. I just think we'll revisit them at the end of the
I at least
end of the
want to
series.
see a tee up to the future of Patriot. Like, because there's no other time that would be more perfect than this show.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't make sense anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think we're gonna see. Okay, if Bucky dies, I think it'll be Falcon. I think it'll be Sam going to Isaiah and trying to make amends for Bucky on his behalf.
Mm-hmm. He gives him his arm.
Just gives him his arm. I really think that's gonna be it though. I don't think we're gonna see like him become the Patriot or anything. I don't think we're gonna see his origin in this at all. I think we're just gonna maybe see them again, but it won't be anything big or crazy.
Man.
Because it seems like they don't want anything serious to happen in these Marvel shows.
Why? Take risk, Marvel.
But it's dumb because they say that. They say that, but then they actually turn what's her face into the Scarlet Witch in the show. So it's like, by the time we see her next time, she's going to be the Scarlet Witch, she was just Wanda prior.
We're gonna see Sam in the Captain America suit for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like the last shot. He's gonna like he's gonna fly around and then boom, Falcon and Winter Soldier. It'll be 2 seconds. And if Bucky does die, man, I would be sad, bro. But people were saying, what if he turns into the White Wolf and joins the Thunderbolts?
Good.
What if he goes to the dark side, right? Because look, a lot of people are saying, right, that like a lot of people are like don't trust. A lot of people don't trust him. Don't trust Bucky, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are taking advantage of him. A lot of people are not treating him like a regular fucking person, right? So what if like he snaps? He's tired of it. He's done. But then Zemo goes, listen, listen, Bucky, all these people are fucking with you. It's awful. I'm gonna fuck with you too, but I'm gonna be transparent about it. So come with me, and I'll show you respect while you help me. And then Bucky will be like, fine. Like, what else do I got to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's the White Wolf. We got U.S. Agent. We got Zemo. We got White Wolf. Thunderbolts, baby. That's 3 characters right there. Nuts.
Something tells me that if Bucky doesn't die, I do see that. I see him doing the Thunderbolts with Zemo.
Because imagine if he's in the Thunderbolts, right? If he's like in the bad side technically, and every time Sam sees him, he kind of technically has to fight him.
Yeah.
And it's just like that tension. It's like, bro, why are you doing this? Like think about Steve. Steve wouldn't want you to do this, and he'd be like, don't talk about Steve. Like.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if they're. I don't know, because like there seems to be signs that Bucky is like more patient and being a little bit more forgiving with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's trying to give him a chance, but it's still very clear that he's kind of sore about the whole entire what Sam did with the shield.
100%.
And like he still is having a hard time really forgiving him over it. So,
man, it's gonna be nuts, dude. Next week's gonna be crazy, dude. I don't know how to feel. I genuinely don't know.
I don't know.
Because look, if episode 5 isn't nuts, like, I don't know if I'm gonna have faith in Loki anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna be so hard. Like WandaVision was fun. I enjoyed watching WandaVision. I enjoyed the journey of WandaVision. We got some really good episodes of TV, but the finale, was very lackluster for me personally. You felt the same way. It was very lackluster. Yeah, it did finish Wanda's arc very nicely, but in an MCU scale, it wasn't
not a very good job.
Not a good job, and yeah, you can make the argument that oh well, it doesn't have to be an MCU scale. Well, it kind of does.
It kind of does.
It kind of does. You're doing some
we're at that point now.
You're doing chaos magic. It's stuff that impacts the world. She was doing that thing in that show that were dead ass illegal, and she got no consequences. She walked away. Like Hayward got arrested. You know what I mean? Realistically, Hayward shouldn't have been arrested. Because that's probably, the government probably wouldn't have cared, because the government probably wanted to protect the people over just Wanda. So it's That was a little interesting. And then so far, the Falcon Winter Soldier, it's been cool. It's had a lot of great emotional arcs, and a lot of the character development, which is cool for characters that we didn't really know. But it's kind of been slow paced in some moments. The action hasn't been as impactful as we say. And then we have literally the writer, the director, the people of the cast hyping episode 5 up for something special, right?
And this is where I say they need to just let the show speak for itself and stop
talking.
It was episode 2 and they're like, episode 5 is gonna be crazy, guys. It's gonna be a tearjerker. And I'm like, 2, bro. And I'm like, chill. Like, we haven't even gotten there yet.
Chill. Yeah, dude. It's and then we see them hyping up episode 5. Is episode 6 not gonna be as good as episode 5?
Right. It's like. But the show ends on episode 6, so is episode 6 just gonna be boring in comparison to episode 5?
Is it just the fucking?
Or are we just overhyping episode 5 that much? I don't know.
But who's to blame, right? Is it us to blame?
At this point, I think it's really just the showrunners, because I'm not seeing theories going crazy at all. I don't see.
We're probably the craziest theories out here.
And even then, it's I honestly don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they could be setting up where episode 5 is this tearjerker, because I don't see it.
Yeah,
I don't see it right now.
literally, yeah. I at this point, you might be right, dude. Bucky's probably gonna die.
The only thing that would like, be like, oh shit, is if Bucky dies.
Oh, man, Sebastian Stan. I don't want him to go away.
But I just, and the whole entire cameo thing, I'm like, I mean, the Wakanda stuff, I thought, oh, maybe there's something with Wakanda that they kind of teased, in episode 3, and then episode 4 comes in. It's like, well, they resolved that.
Yeah, well, there's Wakanda. Quickly. Boom, done.
And it's like now it's like, oh, well, we're expecting another cameo.
It's gonna be
I hear conflicting things from these people that are talking about it.
Yeah,
that it's a character they would like. The showrunner says it's a character that he would like to see interact with Thor. It's like, well, I can't think of anybody that would be necessarily special with interacting with Thor.
It's a character that we thought we lost, but Kevin Feige got him back. Like what?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, who?
And then we see Charles Murphy saying that it's an actor they really like, that they always wanted in the MCU. It's their first time. Like,
I'm just thinking, I'm like, I don't know who. Like, who? No one fits the bill, in my opinion.
Bro, we're gonna see it, and everyone's gonna be like, dude, what if like the cameo is literally
it's Squirrel Girl.
It's
just gonna be some like off the wall character.
Howard the Duck, man, bring him up. The cameo is 21 Pilots. Yeah, it's them. It's Thanos.
Yeah, I don't. Man, I don't want them to. If Loki comes and it's like episode 1, and they're like, episode 7 is going to be a tearjerker, I'm gonna be like, shut up.
I'd be like, shut up, bro, shut up, dog.
Just shut up.
Dude, no, at this point, if a show starts, and if anyone in the cast says, hey, this season's gonna smack, I'm just gonna be like, all right, show's trash. Show's trash. Immediate trash. Like, if someone in the crew is like, bro, episode 7, nuts. Like, show's trash.
And to be honest, I mean, George St. Pierre, what went on before the show came out, was like, the theories gonna be even crazier.
He was in it for 2 seconds.
The guy has no credibility. He's been in the show for 1 episode, and it was like 3 seconds at max.
Homie was flying around in a wingsuit.
It's dumb. I guess unless they thought like the Power Broker was gonna bring in some crazy super theories and like all this other stuff, and it's like I'm not seeing it.
Like, Ben brings up an interesting point. He says Disney has to drive the hype train because Disney Plus only has 1 show releasing at a time, so it's like to keep the recurring viewers. I mean, I see that, I guess, but it's like, bro, you can still put out the content, Like,
wait a minute, the Mighty Ducks is also going at the same time as Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
right?
What about the Mighty Ducks film? Go Ducks!
Here's the thing: I'm not watching that show at all, and I probably won't ever.
It's a show? Is that a movie?
No, it's a show.
Oh,
they made a show.
I would never watch that.
And it's been releasing every Friday as well.
Dude,
I think
yeah,
I think
Ben,
they're on
go
episode
watch
2
the
or
Mighty
3.
Ducks reboot, bro.
But that goes to show you that it's not marketable whatsoever, so they don't market.
Yeah, they really have to just hype up there.
The only thing I have going for them is the Marvel stuff right now.
You think everyone's lining up to go watch High School Musical, the musical, dog? No one's trying to watch that. Everyone's trying to watch these things. But I mean, hey, that's just marketing is marketing, but
they just need to get more shows
but the thing
out
is,
there already.
The thing has been, it's not Disney that are hyping them up. It's the individuals that are working on the projects. Like, Disney is not paying them to hype it up, bro. Like Disney wouldn't pay George St. Pierre to go onto a thing and essentially almost give them bad press, right? Like, because if this is bad, it's gonna come back to bite them at the end. It's not gonna be good press. Yeah, it's gonna cause a temporary hype for the show, but at the end of the day. But
I don't know. When did modesty become like so taboo? Now everything's got to be way overhyped. Like, I think I would have respected it more if the showrunner was just like, well, I'm really proud of what I wrote and what I put out there. We'll just have to wait and see how the fans react. Like,
Yeah,
Instead, he's like,
literally.
episode 5 is gonna be a
Hey
tearjerker.
man,
There's this cameo that's coming. That the cameo, I'll tell you.
I can't tell you.
I
anything
want to
about
see
it,
him
but
interact. I want to see the character interact with Thor, and it's like, what? Like I'm telling you, they're throwing like the treats out there to try to get the theorists to start theorizing.
they really are. I mean, I don't know if it's intentional. Some of them might be, for sure. Some of them might be.
Some of it's bait.
But bro,
They're
like,
trying to theory bait, so that way they can get the theorists all hyping up the show for them, and then when the theory doesn't happen, they'll be like, "It's your fault."
that's what I'm gonna be so. That's why, like, that. Honestly, that's what for me. It's like, dude, if episode 5 sucks, I know a lot of people in the community are gonna be pissed. You know, like, a lot of people are gonna talk shit. Like, I could already picture the Den of Nerd stream, fucking, you know, Josh just talking mad shit on this episode, like on that episode. Like, if it's not anything we like, you know, it's like, bro.
It's crazy because I think I liked episode 3 more than I did episode 4 because Zemo was just so great that I made that episode way much more enjoyable, I think, than this episode.
I actually rewatched them because originally I did say episode 2 was my favorite. I rewatched them. Episode 3, I think it's 3, 2, 4. I mean, I don't know where the like, stands at this point. Like, you know, like I really like certain parts of episode 4. You know what I mean? I really like certain parts, but there's also other parts where I'm just like, you know, like there's definitely certain parts that I really enjoy. So it's like, I don't know where to rank it on this one, like, cause it is nuts. It's only 6 episodes. Like, we have 2 more. It's 2 weeks.
Something tells me that has to do with like COVID. Like I'm sure there was plans to make more, and because of like COVID, they probably had to cut a lot out, or like they just didn't shoot those things because they weren't able to. Bro. And it's unfortunate because it's really, I think, affecting these shows.
Yeah, why not just like, I mean, I get it. Marvel took a break for a year, so they technically had to come back. You know, it's like, but bro, like Black Widow could have been released on Disney Plus.
I think what's hurting is Black Widow could have been a stronger or a safer comeback than like the shows. I think because the shows I think WandaVision started really great, but that ending left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth.
Yeah, 100%.
And like I think Falcon Winter Soldier was on track to make it better, but I don't know. Like,
dude, I'm just saying these last 2 episodes need a fucking hit. Like,
I'm a little worried with how I'm getting that WandaVision feeling again, where it's like it started getting towards the end, and I'm like, we're getting kind of close to the end, and we still don't have a lot of answers for a lot of the questions that have been proposed. And there really hasn't been a lot of questions that have been proposed, I think. But it's just like, okay, right now where I stand is we have an antagonist in the Flag Smashers that I don't find very interesting whatsoever. And it's like, I just want to get to the Falcon taking up the shield already, you know? Yeah. I want to see him do stuff with the shield already. I don't want to have to watch this whole series just to get the shield and then to have to wait more until he shows up in another project where he finally does something with it, you know?
That's what I'm worried about, dude. I think he's only going to have I think he's going to get the shield next episode, right? Because I remember that scene where it's like it's Sam and Bucky and they're throwing the shield in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might happen next episode, right? Yeah. I think because of the public outreach or because of what happened at the end of last episode, I think the government is gonna take the shield away from John Walker. They're gonna say, "Listen, brother, you can't fucking do that." Like, you know what I mean? Aaron had an interesting theory that maybe John Walker will go AWOL. He's like, "Nah, fuck this. I'm keeping the shield and I'm gonna be Captain America," right? But I think that they're just gonna be like, "Listen, dog, we're taking the shield away, but you know, we know you're a super soldier, and you know you technically did a good thing, but
right, that's where I'm leaning more towards."
Yeah, they're all like, "Look, you technically did a good thing, but public image is not looking good. You got blood on the shield, so we're gonna take the shield away. You're canceled, but you're now U.S. agent.
Yeah, that's exactly where I think this is going. I don't think he's gonna go AWOL. I think the government's gonna be like, so here's the thing. You made us look bad.
Yeah, you did a good thing.
We don't think you did any bad. What's more, one more dead terrorist on the street, am I right?
Yeah.
They're just gonna be like, we gotta take the shield back. We're gonna make you another one. Don't worry about that. You're gonna get another shield.
You're gonna get like a black one
eventually.
Yeah,
we don't know when. Maybe not. Maybe because the action figure doesn't have it, so we can't give it to you this season. But we're gonna give you another Glock.
Yes,
you can dual wield now.
Yes. And then we're gonna make your suit. We're gonna tie dye your suit.
We're just gonna make it black.
Make it black.
That way, real, on the nose.
And then instead of Captain America, you're USA agent.
Mm-hmm. And sure, then we'll give Falcon his shield back, whatever,
Oh,
yeah, I definitely think it's gonna be kind of like a pat. It's okay, you're canceled.
And then they probably just won't tell anyone that he's secret, that he's U.S. agent. You know what I mean? Like they'll just make him like a secret operative or some shit.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
Because man, like America, when once the phones come out, bruh. Dude, that felt like a police thing. You know what I mean? It felt like
it's gonna feel more like that too when they eventually do the base, like, oh, he's underpaid suspension right now, and they're basically just gonna give him another role, but he's not gonna be Captain America.
He's just
he's gonna be doing the same stuff, but he's just. Man. But again, I think that's what makes his character more interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Doing the scummier shit.
I think that's the whole point of his character. To be the sole opposite of Steve Rogers, and like he 100% is. He did the thing Steve would never do. I think,
which is a cool parallel, because when Bucky dies, it only makes Steve more noble. Or when he dies, I guess, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And with this one, it's like, well, his partner died, and he blew up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just see John Walker being. I think John Walker is doing a great job of showing why Sam deserved the shield. Personally, I think he's doing a great job to show like the counter of what the shield represents to actually like who holds the shield. Like the shield represents more than just who holds it. You know what I mean? Like. Steve Rogers was more than just Captain America, like he was like just a great human being. Like it's definitely interesting to see like the whole encounter happening there. But
I kind of want to see like a division. I don't think this has been done in the comics, but I think it'd be cool to do like a government division, where it's like John Walker's team, but put like Punisher and like characters like that in it that aren't afraid to use guns.
That would just fucking
have them like murking people.
Dude, I don't think the Punisher would join because he doesn't like the government. But
no, he doesn't.
That would be sick, bro. I mean, that's basically what the Thunderbolts are. Basically, just like people that fuck shit up. I mean, I could see. I mean, hey, if Sebastian Stan goes to the Thunderbolts, that's 3 people right there. Zemo. White Wolf, U.S. agent, hey man.
Get John Bernthal back.
Dude, I would love John Bernthal back, bro.
Speaking of, as soon as we said it too.
Oh, boom. I want John Bernthal back as Punisher.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so good, man. Like, literally, if they're bringing back, like, Daredevil, bring back the Punisher, bring back John Bernthal. He's so good. Like, he was awesome. He did a great job. That show was awesome. I'm honestly going to rewatch The Punisher. Season 1 and 2.
John Bernthal is fantastic. I honestly think he's one of the more underrated actors in Hollywood right now.
Oh, 100%.
that guy's crazy good. Ever since Walking Dead, I was like, he took a character that no one really cared for in the comics, and made him so likable in the weirdest way because he was a douchebag. But he was so likable,
bro. Even his death
that they kept him alive longer.
Yeah, dude. Even his death scene, I was like, man, no. Drop Danny Rand, keep everyone else. Now they're only gonna keep Danny Rand. They're keeping Iron Fist only.
They recast all of them.
Recast all of them. Iron Fist is the only one staying. Dude, imagine. What if actually they keep all of them and they just recast Iron Fist and they don't like mention it?
Oh, he's always been here.
Iron Fist shows up in Shang-Chi, and he's just like a completely new actor. That'd be sick.
Oh my gosh. The only thing I worry about John Bernthal is that I know he's got his own like show going on now. I think on Netflix.
Does he?
I think he's doing another show, a new show that he wrote. So I don't know if that's gonna affect
Netflix money,
his availability for Marvel.
I mean,
but
hey, bro, what's better, the Netflix money or the Disney money?
I mean, it's the same, I guess.
But yeah, technically, the fact that Netflix gave like 400 million to. Did you know that out of that deal, that 400 million deal, I believe, fucking what's his name, Ryan Johnson, got 150 million, and Jared Leto got 100 million.
Why did Jared Leto get money?
I think he's a producer, maybe. Oh no, not Jared Leto. Just Jared Leto. Daniel Craig.
Oh, Daniel Craig. Okay.
Because he's also a producer as well as an actor, I think. So it's like
makes sense.
Like, dog, $100 million. Why?
I mean, I'll take it.
It's just to pay. They already made the movie, man. This is just the distribution rights. This is just the movie. They're already out. Or they're not out. They're already being made.
That's crazy.
Netflix paid for distribution rights. Like, you know how Amazon.
No, they paid for the Spider-Man stuff too.
You know how Amazon paid for like millions to do the rights for Lord of the Rings. You know, they paid millions for the rights of Lord of the Rings. They haven't paid anything for production yet. Once those shows start going, that's a whole nother budget. Like, whew. Texas. Oh,
that's crazy.
Are you saying like what? And with taxes, or like tax refunds, like a reimbursement? Yeah, maybe. Considering the fact that what movie got 28 million? The Suicide Squad, maybe, I think. Or which one was the one we were talking about on the show? I think I talked about on the show. I forgot what it was. We were talking about it. There was like a budget, and they got like 28 million back. The budget originally was like 181 million, and then it went down to like 160 million. I forgot what the project was. Maybe I think you know. Were you the? Let's see. Yes, the government is taking more than half of the 150 million. Oh, from Ryan Johnson and from Daniel Craig. Well, Daniel Craig is British, isn't he? Does he live in London? Is there different tax rules in London? I wouldn't know. I don't live in London.
I don't know what their tax laws are.
You just said yes, so I don't know I don't know what yes is specifically. I think it's a good spot to wrap it up for today, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know you have the day off tomorrow, but I work, so that's gonna be fun, you know. Fucking back on
time you start.
Back 9 o'clock, man. Same
boy.
Yeah. It'll be beautiful, Doug. I have to go back and clean those fucking fryers.
Those fryers. Ugh. Are you guys just deep cleaning the kitchen, getting it ready?
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
it's disgusting. Sucks. It's actually the most disgusting thing. I would say more, but I'd actually get fired. Like, like the stuff I've seen today, I will get fired. If I say it, it's actually gross. Like, but hey, thank you guys for sticking around. Ben, thanks for chilling out. It was fun. Whoever was in the chat, whoever sticked around to watch, great episode. I'm glad we finally got one out. You know, it was hopefully we're gonna try to do maybe. I'm trying to get Mondays and Fridays off. And Gabe is trying to go maybe Friday, Saturdays he tried to work. So what we're going to try to do, if the schedules work, maybe Monday could be like a late show. And Friday could be like the early
normal
like,
slot.
Regular show. And then like straight up the Wednesday show might just be temporarily demolished until we have like a better system or whatever. But we're working on it. We're seeing how it goes. I haven't checked my schedule yet, but for sure next week I'm looking like I have the same schedule what I had this week, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah,
I have Tuesday, Wednesday off this coming week, so we'll see.
I need to check my schedule. But thank you guys for hanging out. It's been awesome. All of our links are down in the descriptions of both YouTube and Discord. Or Discord, YouTube and Twitch. Speaking of Discord, you can join our Discord. We have like different links for spoilers, memes, if you just want to talk. It's super cool, super fun over there. We have a YouTube, we have a Twitch, we have a Twitter, and we have a TikTok. Go ahead and follow them. All the links will be down in the below. And what about you, Gabe? Where can they find you at?
Foster Sore on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Maybe I might try streaming on my own channel on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see.
Oh yeah, man. You should, man. Try to get that Marvel Avengers, dude.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then for me, you can follow me at Fernie the Great or Fernie the Great, whatever. Dude, I've been killing it on COD Mobile. Fernie the Great, add me on COD Mobile. I got this thing called the Razer Kishi. It's like this little it's like a controller for your phone, bro.
Oh, really?
I've been taking it to work, and on breaks, I've just been playing fucking COD Mobile, just destroying people on COD.
Destroying 12-year-olds?
It's hilarious because, people have to use their, fingers and, on the touchscreen.
And you're just playing on an actual controller.
Professional controller. So, I'm snapping on people. I'm, drop shotting. And people, and then everyone's out here just,
all clumsy.
It's amazing, dude. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for hanging out. It was a fun one, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.